Hi everyone, this is Mohammed from megaprogrammers.com, and in this video we will talk about installing Visual Studio on your Mac. To get the installer, you'll need to navigate to www.visualstudio.com, scroll down, hover over Download Visual Studio for Mac, and click on Community for Mac. You will be prompted to save the file or cancel. In your case, you're going to save the file. I'm going to click cancel. I already downloaded it to my downloads folder. So I'm going to navigate there, double click the disk image file. So it will mount, and there it is, the installer. You can double click on the installer. So it's going to verify, and then there is a prompt about whether we want to open or cancel. So basically, that's telling you that the application is downloaded from the internet and if you're sure that you want to open it or not. Of course, we're sure that we want to open it, so I'm going to click open. There it is, just a little bit of a warm-up. The next thing, you will be prompted to agree with the license agreement, so you can read it at this link. If you agree with its terms, you can go ahead and click continue. The next thing you will see is the Visual Studio components that are going to be installed. As you can see, I have them all installed. I just need to update my Android plus Xamarin Forms. I'm not going to do that right now, but in your case, you can select them and click continue or click install. And during that installation process, your Mac will be asking you for your administrator password several times, but it's about 3.5 gigabytes of download, so I would really recommend that you would go and grab yourself a cup of coffee. It will take quite a while, depending, of course, on your internet connection. So I'm going to click cancel, and I'm going to eject that disk image file, and I'm going to close that, quit Firefox. To launch Visual Studio, you can do it through your Launchpad, and it's right here. Or you can go to your Macintosh HD, Applications, scroll down, and it's going to be right here. So we're going to be using Visual Studio a lot, so I'll drag it and drop it to my dock to pin it, and I would suggest you would do the same. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Visual Studio. And as you can see, here is our welcome screen. So the first thing I need you to do is click on Visual Studio Community beside the Apple logo, go to Preferences, scroll down, go to IntelliSense, and make sure that automatically insert parentheses after completion is checked. So I'm going to cancel. The next thing we will do is to create a new solution or a new project. Basically, the solution is a collection of projects. So we can create a new one by clicking that button right here. We're going to File, New Solution. So as you can see, this is the Recently Used tab. And you can create a whole bunch of types of solutions, but we're more interested in Other and then .NET. Select the console project and make sure that you have C# here selected and click Next. And then you can input your project name. So I'm going to go with my first demo project. As you can see, the solution name as well is the first demo project, and here is where my project is going to be saved. So under users directory, under my directory, and then under projects. So I'm going to go ahead and click create. And as you can see, our application is created. So let's go ahead and see where the folder lives. So I'm going to go to my home directory and then projects. And here is my first demo project. And then here is my program.cs. So let's take a look at how Visual Studio looks like. So here is my solution and then my project. And then the references, the libraries that we're using right now, currently it's just system, packages if you're using any, and then properties. And in this file, we have some project specific properties, and then our core file, program.cs. So when we run our program, basically the C# compiler will look for program.cs and execute the code that is in it. So the first thing we have right here is the using statement or the using directive, and that's basically a shortcut. And then namespace has the same name of our project, and then class, main class, and then a main method, and then console.writeLine hello world. What that basically does is just prints out hello world on your terminal. So let's go ahead and try and run our project by using that play button right here. And as you can see, hello world. Unlike Windows, when you press any button in the terminal window, it doesn't disappear. In Windows, you have to type something like console.readline or console.readkey to let the window stick around. But in Mac, that isn't the case. Alright, so if you got to this point, congratulations, you can go on with the rest of the course with no problems. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy programming!